it is. Oh, hey, it worked. Hi, everyone. I believe this has worked. Hey, hi, Harriet. Hey, Mary Lou. You know what, everyone? I was just in Kampala with Harriet. It was fun. I don't know if my kids, they can see your hair. There's a child.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Happy Sunday morning. Hey, there's Mary Beth.
Hi, Mary Beth.
I feel like I'm going to see her in a week or so.
Oh, that's Mary Beth.
Yeah.
Mary Beth.
Oh, yeah, it's our Mary Beth. Mary Beth and Finn know each other very, very well.
We do.
Finn sort of considers Mary Beth his younger sister.
So pretty much, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Oki, Robert, hi there. Happy
Shalom,
Sunday.
Ruth. Hi.
Donna, hi, everyone. Hi, Michelle. Nice
Welcome.
to see you. Lovely to see you. Hi, Shalom. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you there. Anna Marie. Ladies and gentlemen, it is gorgeous out here. What you doing, kid?
Oh, I can't like it.
Oh, Finn was.
I can't like our own page, apparently.
Finn was trying to like her own thing. So this one. So let me tell you what I just went through, because we designed it on this. And then we thought, hey, Jolene's here. Hi, Judy. And then so we thought, actually, don't turn that up. Let me show everyone. So we thought, because we had trouble last time, I thought, okay, I'll do it on the gimbal. This is the setup, right? This is how it works if you've never had and this is the Streamlabs. And then I went to start it on this, and it said I can't do it because I set it up on the laptop. So now we're on I know that's not very interesting, but let's do a product placement. Finn's shirt. Ovio.
Mm-hmm.
I think I bought that for you too.
You did get this one from me.
Or Santa did, or someone did. I don't know, or whoever gives it Hanukkah. It's a Canadian product, and they're nice clothes because it's owls and stuff. And who doesn't love owls?
They've actually got a collection out right now, which is for the Toronto soccer team.
Toronto FC.
Toronto FC, yes, yep. Exactly. In MLS, Major League Soccer, and it's the owl. It's got a Toronto hat on, and it's got Indigenous art in the wing. And it's very cool, and I really want it. And I saw it at the store yesterday, and it's very cool once again.
And Finn was hanging out with his grandmother, and he went to a synagogue the other night. Mm-hmm. And what was the huge box you moved? Finn's got a story for everyone. Okay. By the way, can I just check first of all? Can everyone hear us just fine? It's I think the chat is rolling along. Okay, so if you're hearing it, so Finn's story, go ahead.
So I can't get much more. It almost sounds like a joke because you can't get much more stereotypical than this. But I go to the synagogue, and I was there, a few minutes early before service started, and I go in and I see this big brown box, this really big corrugated shipping box. Like, box is maybe a little bit of a loose term, like container. Might be a little bit more valid, up to my hip, like, quite sizable. And I'm like, what is this? And it's blocking one of the doors to the entrance. And so I open it up, and I go talk to the very old carekeeper there, who's a very lovely man. And I say, hey, what's this big, what's this really big box in front of the building? It's blocking one of the doors. I don't know what purpose it serves. There seems to be 30 people inside of the building who also don't know that it's there, or who avoided it, one or the other. And so when I go in, the old caretaker, he tells me, you can bring it in for me. Bring it inside for me. It's fine. Please do. I actually said it in a little bit of a different accent than that. But he said, if you wouldn't mind, you can bring this inside for me. So I haul this big box all the way in. He tells me to go down one hallway, down the other. We move it inside, and I finally drop it off in the cleaning room. And he goes, oh, thank you so much. And he opens it up. He cuts the top, cuts the sides. And I kid you not, inside is dozens and dozens of bottles of Manischewitz wine. And inside of this box, with all of this wine inside of it, he thus tries to give me a bottle. And I say, no, it's all good. I appreciate it. I just helped you carry a box down a hallway. It's all okay. And he goes, no, please take the bottle. You need to take this bottle. And I go, no, honestly, it's okay. Not to mention illegal, but it's okay. And then once
I love the bottle.
and once I refuse, the first bottle, I say, thank you. He tries to give me two. Which is kind of, counter to the point of not taking any. But I thought that was sort of funny, kind of a really hitting a stereotype. Ruth is asking if anybody still drinks that. Apparently, Ruth. Apparently, people at my synagogue drink dozens of them. So big fans, then I would suppose. But yes, that was a bit of a funny story.
That was a good story.
Very funny story.
So we're going to get into having a nice Sunday morning with all of you. Finn Toomey is going to go way off the chart Canadian today because he is going to make pancakes. Oh, hey, Joe's here and Amy says hi, Finn.
Oh, hi, Amy.
So some of you know our good friend Joe. She was in Ireland with us last year. We worked together for years. we have the chat on the phone as well. And Amy is a good friend of Finn's. And Amy is just graduating. So congratulations, Amy. I'm going to quickly take everyone outside. So, because everyone likes to see what it looks like in the morning. I don't know, Mary Lou, how smoky the city is, but we cleared up. Do you know, over 2 days, I did nearly 200 kilometers on my bikes. And I say bikes because I did both road bike and my mountain bike, of course. But look at this day. So there, Sunday morning in the national park, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll show you what the temperature looks like. I'm doing this with my laptop. See, it is really, really hot today. It is just 10 degrees. And by the way, if I am looking super preppy today, it's because after I leave you, it is gorgeous, right, Cece? After I leave you, I am going golfing today. I am going golfing. Now, last year we golfed exactly 3 holes. Finn came too.
I did. And I almost crashed the golf cart.
And he almost crashed the golf cart. He did. He skidded.
I went up on the hill and almost flipped it.
Finn really skidded. Finn doesn't have a driver's license, by the way.
But I really like driving the golf cart.
Even though you can have one at age 14.
I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one this week. I've been saying that for the past 6 weeks.
You've been saying that for 2 years.
But I'm going to get one this week.
So Finn is nearly 17, right? At 14, you can have a learner's license. Now, I know that sounds very young, but it helps out at harvest because we're a farming jurisdiction. So that matters. So this is why I'm looking all preppy. I'm going to Silvertip. But hole 1, when they first built it, was one of these holes that was made to look impressive. But you're way up here, and the hole's way down there, and you don't even know where it is. No. And people would tee off, even just like with a 5-iron, and the ball go up and it either make it to the green or disappear. Well, then subsequently they built condos around. And so often the ball went through people's windows.
It would appear.
It would appear. And so then what they did, hi Jay. So what they've done now is they've made it a much shorter, lower hole. So when you drive out to hole 1, you go down these snaking bends to get down there. And that's what Finn drove way too quickly on. We made it 3 holes, and then there was a thunderstorm. So we call it a rain check. And so I was meant to golf on Thursday with my good friend Gavin. Some of you have met. And then the smoke was so bad. So we have a 10:40 tee time, and it's 8:40 now. So we thought we'd spend instead of 40 minutes with you.
Carry the 2 hours. 2 hours.
So I have to do product placement, and we've already done.
I have to do some product placement.
Finn has to do some too. So we've got Finn's fancy shirt. This is the only polo shirt I own, by the way, and it was
I have polo pants.
Oh, Finn's polo. But here is the only product that I think that I've ever purchased in my life from Paraguay that was imported. I mean, I have been to Paraguay, and I even did a history talk on Paraguay one day. So this is yerba mate, as you see. This is the tea I drink in the morning. Now, this one, the last one I had, I hope Sayuri's not here because the last one I had was Brazilian. I didn't like it so much. Yeah. But this is Paraguayan. So Paraguay is, of course, one of those rare countries in the world where the colonizers learned the indigenous language, which is Guarani, which is really fascinating. So it's a very, very complicated process. So I put it into a container like this. I'm not actually preparing it exactly the traditional way, but I put it into a filter cup, but I put a lot more of this one in because it's thicker and it flows through faster. And I really do love the taste of it.
You might want to demonstrate a little bit closer.
Sorry, yeah, I'm just going to add a little bit more. Sorry. And I do actually add a tiny bit of sugar. Now, I don't tend to add sugar to coffee, but I add a little bit just to cut the bitterness of it. But never milk or anything like that. So I put that on top. Now, boy, this is complicated. This is my cooking lesson. So then you put the little cup in the big cup, see? And then you pour in the water. Boy, I bet this would scold. Oh, sorry. So then you pour in the water. Now, if you're really making this down in South America, you walk around with your thermos, and it's not truly boiling water. It's slightly less than boiling, which is no problem because we're at 4,500 meters, or sorry, 4,500 feet, 1,500 meters up here, and therefore water does not boil at 100 degrees. Eating dinner in the cold pulvers, no kidding. So you see, it filters through. You don't really see because I'm not tipping it forward, but so there, and I just see how much tea's in there, and it's healthy, and this is the elixir of life. It is actually full of antioxidants, so they claim. But interestingly, because this is considered such a healthy thing, people say, what does it taste like? It kind of tastes like grass. I like it a lot. Today, Harriet was showing us dried crickets or grasshoppers in the market. Yeah, I like those too. And of course, we eat them down in Oaxaca. So yeah, it's a good cup, isn't it, Diane? Yeah. So we have 2 of these. And so that's that. I take it out, and then it's too hot to drink for a while. But so I've cooked now. Now it's Finn's turn.
So that's done as breakfast. Is that it or about it, Dad?
Well, it's that, or sometimes I blend greens, but I think I'll have a pancake with you because I'll be outside.
Have a pancake with you.
I'll be outside golfing. So
yeah, perfect. So let's get this mixed.
So what kind of pancakes are you making?
The ones you cook in the pan.
Hence a pancake.
Precisely. So we've got some. So I have actually used mix for this, and the reason I've used mix for this is because I have purchased this mix from it's a small local business, not a very well-known store. It's called Costco, and they have a brand called Kodiak Cakes there, where they're like pancakes, but they're higher in protein, a little bit healthier for you. It's whole grain, so they don't taste any different. So I'm a big fan of those. So I decided to counteract that by putting maple syrup and chocolate chips into them.
Did you put chocolate chips in them?
I did.
Oh man,
and
that's mean.
I've hardly ever done that. But the reason I've done that today is because I wanted to. And I haven't made pancakes in a very long time. But I can make you one without chocolate chips if you will, Dad. I put in very few. I was just remembering when I was a kid going to my friend's house and
proper kid. See, that's 3D.
Going into the 4th dimension. But remember going to my friend's house and having breakfast there, having pancakes, and I was trying so hard to. Jay's
tried some of the Kodiak products.
Have you? They're very good. You can make like snickerdoodles and stuff out of them too. Now I don't like snickerdoodles, so I don't do that. But
Laura says the chocolate chips sound fantastic.
They do. They're actually good.
Okay.
Scares me. Well, this is coming to my story.
Sorry.
Yes, which is where going to my really good friend's house. I'm still friends with now. When I was quite young, going for a sleepover there is the first time I had chocolate chips and a pancake. And I remember biting into it and being like, "What is in this? Like, what? Why have you done this?" And he's like, "There's chocolate chips in it." And in the beginning, I did not like it, but I've been convinced more and more. And I eat pancakes so infrequently that it's not really too important. So we'll get out a pan, which is the important thing to cook it.
Pancake. Yeah, Michelle says she's a pancake person as well. Hey, Laura, nice to see you again. Wasn't Harriet's tour fantastic? And I worked out, finally, my fault. I worked out Harriet's buying me a coffee. Okay. Yeah, I did. I've worked out so much the last few days. Yesterday, I actually fell asleep for about 10 minutes in the afternoon because I had been on the bike for so long and in the sun. So there's meant to be a chance of rain. And then tomorrow is hopefully meant to rain all day here. And we would love it to rain all day. Needless to say, just a warm thought to our friends and neighbors up north. So Edmonton's still under an air alert. I think Calgary's gotten a little bit better, but massive fires across the north of the province. And this is our important long weekend, usually our start of spring and summer here. So it's a really fun time, but there's a ban on all fires in the province. No all-terrain vehicles. I don't have any problem banning that personally, but anything that could cause a spark. And so here, we're not really under a fire risk, but boy, we would love a couple of days of good rain. Yogurt on pancakes rather than syrup. Barb, I've seen that before. Right before I threw
So I've done yogurt on pancakes, but not instead of syrup, with syrup.
Yeah.
I've done it instead of whipped cream.
Best yogurt in the world.
Regardless of your health condition, of the time of day, you should never eat pancakes without syrup, in my opinion. And that's my humble, correct opinion as a Canadian. But I can do it with yogurt instead. I know a lot of people put whipped cream on the pancakes. I'm not a huge fan of that.
But we don't have any Saskatoon berry. We've got this is all we've got.
Put that on it.
Are you gonna put this on? Check this out, everyone.
We're gonna put some of this on.
This is confiture. This is Saskatoon berry. Now I have to tell everyone a story. So in 2005,
unrelated to the jam.
Unrelated. No, it is related. 2005 was the 100th anniversary of Alberta and Saskatchewan becoming provinces, being carved out of the Northwest Territories. Right. Well, Queen Elizabeth II came over because it was a state visit, and of course she's the head of state for both provinces. Anyway, so Saskatoon berry syrup is delicious, and we eat it in the prairies because we don't actually have maple trees out here. That comes from the east. Yet we weren't allowed to export this to Europe because it wasn't deemed edible by the British Food Agency, whatever it is. So every single day, Queen Elizabeth II ate Saskatoon berries in one form or another when she's in Saskatchewan. So that's just a little thing. And Paula is suggesting Baileys. Do you know, I don't even
Baileys
know
on pancakes?
if we have Baileys in the house.
I've had it before.
Do we have it? Oh, we've got the cheaper Irish cream.
I'm not Kirkland Irish cream.
They've got the Kirkland Irish cream, and I'm not even sure I could get the lid off it. Nope.
How much is in there?
Not that much.
Oh, very little.
That's about 10 years old, I think. Yeah. I don't know how long it keeps for.
Probably not that long.
No, it's more of a thing to have on the mantle these days.
It's kind of a cool addition to the house.
Yeah.
So everyone, also making a little blueberry maple syrup coulis. I appreciate people trying to take a dish and making it healthy. I've talked about this before. We've done forms of that on the show as well. When we were cooking on Hago, we took something a little bit unhealthier and he made it a bit healthier. Although some things don't need to be fixed, and pancakes is one of them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think, if you're gonna have pancakes, you should have a bit of fun with it. And it's always good to have a bit of fun, to have some pancakes in life, regardless if your pancakes are, doing this or having a bit of fun. Enjoy yourself. So this is our chance to enjoy ourselves at 8:48 this beautiful Sunday morning. And then Dad's gonna go play a sport. And then
one we drive, right? It's a mountain course,
and then line up, and
it's really just really catching up with a friend more than anything.
Finn's fun. What's another? I'm trying to get an alliteration.
Finn's fun food fact.
Food fact, but it's not
okay. Friday.
Finn's fun food fact for False Friday, because it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Today, if you use maple syrup and a little bit of sugar together, you mix them together, it's really sweet. No, but if you mix them together, you can use it as an exfoliator for your lips, and it's nourishing and it's very good for your lips. And the added benefit is after you exfoliate your lips, you can lick them, and they taste really good. So
are you serious?
Yeah. So if you have really dry lips, like we get out here in the dry because it's dry, and you mix like quite a bit of sugar with maple syrup, you can rub it on your lips. And people used to do it with honey, but honey's quite thick, and so it'll like kind of stick in some parts. With maple syrup's runnier, mix it up, and it's actually really nourishing. It's healthy for your lips and honey, because this stuff is straight out of a tree, right? And so honey is very healthy because it's bee pollen, but a lot of the time the honey that you get at the store is not going to be straight up honey. So you can actually do that, exfoliate your lips, make them nice and clean.
I feel like I need to, because of the smoke the last few days.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm mentioning it.
I think we've all had like sore eyes and sore lips, and I haven't been exfoliating, but I've been putting on lots of Vaseline, and then I put on. We always, of course, we put on sunscreen. Oh, nice one!
Perfect flip there.
I feel as though there's going to be a pancake in my future. The other thing, I think we've shown this to you before, but this is cedar jelly as well, and we found that at the one Indigenous restaurant in Vancouver, but this comes from Quebec, and it was so delicious. So that is a yummy, yummy thing to have. So see, we have a lot of interesting foods.
Where's mine?
Hey, Clay. I don't know where it is.
Oh, okay. I have it. I'll look for it. I'll look for it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look for it later.
Yeah. Finn's got some beef bacon. I'm still not really eating meat, but I'm gonna have a gigantic pancake. I feel
Really big.
it's a really big pancake. It's a perfect pancake though.
It is.
So the
If
trick
you don't finish it all, I will cry.
when you're cooking the pancake,
Don't punch it. Don't squish it.
but when do you know it's done?
Well, when the edges are all rising and the center of it's puffy. So you should be confident that the bottom is going to look pretty much like the top, except yellow. And you can kind of gauge that.
Your bottom
With your
doesn't
eyes.
look anything like your top.
No, it doesn't. Oh my God. No, I'm not divided. Look very bizarre if I was big letter H.
Hey, while we're having fun making, that's good, Michelle. If everyone could hit that like button, that's really lovely. By the way, can I ask you a question? Did anyone see an ad when you were signing on? Did you actually get an advertisement? You didn't? For real? Did anyone see an advertisement when they were signing on? Because we are now theoretically. You did. So, hey, Jeff, hi there, pal. Yes, well, that's apparently good news.
We got those 2 cents.
I checked seriously this morning. So we've been monetized for 2.5 days. We had hit the 4,000 hours quite a long time ago, but I didn't bother going through the steps because I'm confused and I have to talk to Harriet so I understand it better. However, are you ready for this? Hold on to your seats. Okay. We are up to 60 cents.
Wow. 60 cents?
60 cents. Yeah. I don't want any ice cream, kid.
I'm not giving you ice cream.
Finn's making ice
I'm
cream.
not making ice cream. I'm making something out of the ice cream.
Yeah. Even 2 ads. See, now if you were to click through and buy something and they gave us, 15% of whatever junk, I shouldn't say that, whatever they're selling, I don't know how any of it works, but totally worth it, Glow. I am actually canceling my next few tours.
Yeah.
By the way,
I don't have to work for life. So.
yeah, Finn's done for life, and he is now a professional YouTuber. It's a done deal. He is quitting university. In fact, all that money that I've saved for his university, we could just spend it on YouTube ads. Couple of other fun things. So Tuesday night, of course, I am flying to London and over to Amsterdam. I talked to Mark. I know that I mentioned Mark a lot because he's such a lovely man. Mark, yeah, he's my work husband. He was calling me saying, "Now, what do you like for breakfast?" He's just such a lovely host, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm good with anything."
You're gonna get the what are they called? The sprinkles that the Dutch people put on their toast that Lee got for me. Die Rootke.
Oh,
they're really good too.
That's right, Lee brought sprinkles. So if you haven't he does have a tour up where he's rented a boat, and Dave Kavanagh from Ireland will be with us. He's literally flying over to hang out with us for a day. So if you can get a ticket for that, that's worth it. Then he asked me to put it up. So I will probably on the 27th, I will put up a live tour, just a YouTube live with it's called Hagelslag. Yes, it is.
That's it.
See, Natalie knows somehow. I feel like you're Dutch. Okay, you have to watch at least 30 seconds. Thank you. See, Harriet knows everything.
Please watch 30 seconds.
so this is an ad. But I'm gonna put one up, and we're gonna do his random tandem. So no, I know that. But we're gonna do his random tandem. So we'll put it up on my YouTube, I guess, through this streaming. And then on the 28th, I'm traveling down to Paris. And I do apologize in advance. I probably won't catch up with the guys in Paris, maybe with Patrick, just because I'm busy. And my one free night in Paris, I'm having dinner with my cousin. Say I have 2 first cousins on earth. Good morning, Janice.
And one of them lives in Paris.
And one of them happens to live in Paris. She lives in Paris on an Irish passport, and she grew up in New Zealand. So how's that? So Sharon, thank you very much. Look at that, Finn. Sharon just said.
Perfect. Sharon did the super chat. Much appreciated, Sharon. So everybody at the bottom, you've got your emojis, your emoticons that you can use. Then you got the little money button. Thank you for using that, Sharon. That money does come to us, so that is great.
70%.
70% comes to us. So we appreciate that.
Sharon,
Thank you, Sharon,
that's really fun. Now Sharon
told us that we're number 1. So, which one? Because
he's not taller. Friends wearing Crocs. That is how middle-aged my son has already become.
The Crocs are cool, Dad.
But Sharon and everyone, we will tell you when eventually and even how that money comes to us, because I don't know how any of that works. So what you doing there, kid? Talk us through this.
So I'm putting a bit of sweet cream on the pancake next up.
You want to start making another pancake?
Hit it with the Do you want to do that for me?
Sure.
I'm gonna spray the bottom and then pour that all in. And
I don't know how to do anything.
It's really complicated, isn't it? And the flame's not on.
The flame's not on. So I have to get some wood?
Yes, precisely. So we're going to get some of this, which is delicious cedar jelly. We're going to slam this on top of it. And when I say slam, I mean we're really going to smack it on. But put some cedar jelly on there, too.
This is Finn's pancake.
Right,
So you made a perfect amount for 2 pancakes.
I did. I know.
2 giant pancakes.
Yes, but yeah.
Michelle, this isn't enough for your huge stack of pancakes that you were looking for.
No.
But
still,
this will fill me. This will fill me right through to hole 10.
And where you will eat a hot dog.
I won't eat a hot dog because I'm not doing meat. But normally I would eat a hot dog and a beer. Whereas I'm probably going to have a muffin, which will still cost $12.
How is that a sport?
How is that a sport? It's not a sport.
You drive to hit a ball and you go eat a hot dog and a beer.
Yeah,
it's fun.
But I get to hang out with my friend.
It's fun.
And we often see bears when we're out there.
Oh, as a matter of fact, there was a bear spotting by my friends on the school bus.
I want more.
On Thursday. You want more?
I want more.
On Thursday morning, there's a bear spotting on the school bus right in front of our house, which was the same day where I woke up at 5 a.m. and walked down to the bus to go to the gym. So right across the road here, across the road, which is where I've spotted them a few times.
When I'm, thanks, Robert. I do wear my bear spray. In fact, just to prove the point, I'll be back in 1 second.
Hi guys, I have control of the chat now. He can't hear us if we keep our voices down. So, but I played a prank on Dad. I put a bunch of.
This is how bear spray works. See, so I wear this around my waist, and you can tell. See how muddy it is. So that's my bear spray.
It's been places.
It goes places.
It's also fallen on the ground a few times. So it's got friends in low places.
I got a friend. Now look at this, ladies and gentlemen. How is that? And I think, you did put some cream on it, did you?
A little bit of sweet cream.
A little sweet cream, so it wouldn't be vegan.
No, it wouldn't be vegan, but you can make it vegan.
Definitely, you could make this vegan. Isn't that gorgeous? Now screenshot away everywhere. Look at that. Oh,
hey, thank you,
Paula. Look at us getting money on YouTube. We're part of that reel. Like we're gonna have to go and get lawyers for our content and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna get
so
copyright.
I'm gonna have to tell you how this tastes. Do I eat it with chopsticks?
Yes, precisely.
Okay. We do actually eat with chopsticks at home almost more than we eat with knives and forks.
Yes.
So let me tell you, I don't think you need to see me chewing everyone, but maybe you do.
So while Dad is taking his first nom nom of this pancake, I would like to do my product placement. And is it good?
That's delicious.
Perfect.
That's his first time ever cooking.
I've never cooked before. But I'd like to do my product placement. And I would like to announce that our page is its first sponsor. And I haven't actually discussed this to Dad yet. The sponsor is my clothing business. And I'd just like to do a little announcement because Dad's going to be posting that up pretty soon on the Facebook page. I do have an Instagram page already for the business. Is it good?
Yeah, except the chocolate chips.
He's a hater.
I got a chocolate chip.
Hey, thank you very much, Michelle. Thank you, Mona. I appreciate that, everyone. Thank you. Hype.
Holy moly.
But just running it back real quick.
This is exciting. We just hang out all day long.
Yeah.
We just cook.
Well, that's what
I take you golfing.
Twitch.
Oh, Twitch. That's right.
We could do that. We could do 14-hour streams.
Twitch.
14-hour streams of everything we do in a day. But just moving back. Sorry. So I am going to be doing a release for my clothing brand. The name of the brand, I'll announce it now. If you want to go out and find it on Instagram, it's called Dissidence Gallery. And so Patrick T's just pulling it up there, but I'm not too pressed on showing you all the website and everything just now because I'm doing my first collection. I'm dropping that in June. Hey, thank you, Barb. Appreciate that. But I'm dropping my first collection this June, which is going to feature a bunch of different things: t-shirts, shorts, hoodies. There's the Instagram page. So that's the username. No, it's flipped for you, but that is the page.
So Finn is a dissident.
I'm a dissident, yes. And so as I was saying, I will be dropping this collection in June. And I haven't done men's and women's like a traditional fashion brand. because lots of different clothes can fit different people's styles, body types, images of who they want to be. So we've got masculine and
Thank
feminine.
you, Barb.
So there's a bit of everything for everyone. And then I'll let you know when it's released. You can go check that out. I would appreciate that. Even just taking a look. But yeah, there'll be plenty of stuff in the collection. So that is the official To Me Travel page sponsor, which I did not discuss with Dad, but
yeah. So that's good. So he's going to pay us $1,000 a month to, I think. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Got
this might go poorly.
Here, ready? Oh,
I made a mosaic too.
Oh, you did make a mosaic.
Look at that. That was intentional, by the way.
This is seriously delicious.
Dad's nom-nomming it.
I didn't realize I was so hungry. I went to bed last night really late. It was 9. When did you go to bed last night?
10.
10? All right.
After we came back from the bus.
Finn wanted to watch Harriet's Tour this morning, but he was still sleeping, so I didn't wake him up.
Yeah. I didn't want to watch Harriet's Tour.
Yeah.
I was deep sleeping this morning. Ooh.
You were deep sleeping. So Paula's laughing. So going to bed. It's because after 2 weeks in Ireland, Paula, I had to recover. And this is the heaviest thing I've eaten since I got back from Ireland.
Would you like a side of potatoes with you?
Do you like a side of it? Do you know? So Paula met my friend Sue, who was with us while we were there, actually, and we had so much fun with Paula. You can watch the replay of the tour Paula and I did up in Belfast. But we were with 2 of Paula's friends who were just lovely. I mean, of course, I don't want to say of course always, but the Irish are just such a generous of spirit. And so Sue was with us from Michigan, and a fabulous person. And she's careful in what she eats. And so she ate a lot of fish while she was there. She got a piece of salmon one day, and it was a gorgeous piece of Atlantic salmon. And it came out on 6 potatoes with a side of mash.
6 whole.
6, yeah. 6, like it was like, and you feel so badly. But yeah, the amount of food, and we had a great dinner in Belfast and live music, so that was great fun. But
I just remember on the tour, the lady saying she ordered the Caesar salad and it came with potatoes. Yes.
And remember, the potato is not endemic to Ireland.
No.
Right? It's, in fact, has anyone, I expect you've all watched so far, The Banshees of Inisherin? So I hadn't watched it. It was filmed on Achill Island. I had a fabulous day out. We were all talking about it. There's a group of us here last night. And what a film. I watched it on the flight home. I don't know will I watch it again. A brilliant film. But you imagine, now that was, of course, the time of the Civil War in Ireland. All civil wars are uncivil. But if you only have to go back 500 years pre-contact with Europe, or with the Americas here, with Turtle Island and South America, no one would have had a potato in Europe, nor would they have had a tomato. And I was making gorgeous Catalan bread. For you bread fans, that's what I would have made bread this morning. Look at this lovely deep whole grain bread. That's from Wildflower Bakery here in Banff. And that's only about $7. So it's really a deal.
Yeah, no tomatoes. I mean, like certain types of cuisine would be very, very different. Italian food would be incredibly different now. And I mean, if it weren't for, Asia.
Noodles come from China.
Yeah, noodles come from China. Tomatoes come from, from the Americas. And, cheese is a bit of a debate. But, this
is the best pancake I've ever had.
Oh, thank you, Dad.
Except for the chocolate chips. Oh. So there's room for improvement. I'll give you an A-.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay.
Wait, are you stupid? Start yelling at me in a British accent.
What is this? What have you done to my plate? I don't know if Amy and Joe are still there, but I can see Amy and Finn talking that way.
Yeah. Mate, listen.
So listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're having our breakfast.
So listen.
so listen, mate. Sorry, I have one more bite. It's the cedar that really helps. That cedar jelly. But it's a nice light pancake. Sometimes they can be too heavy. Patrick, what will the name of the... Oh, yeah, Sue, it's on Broadway and 8th Street, and it's Salmon and Bannock, or Bannock and Salmon.
Salmon and Bannock.
And I actually have an article on my website about it.
There's also a fast food Salmon and Bannock in Vancouver Airport.
Is there?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
It's good, too.
Is it? So it's excellent. Make a reservation because it only seats, maybe 20? And all of the people who work there are Indigenous. And I remember making the point that it was, Yeah, Donna. That 5% of the population of Vancouver is Indigenous, so one would expect that 5% of restaurants should be, but it should probably be more like 10 or 15% because it's Indigenous to this country. So the last time I was there, and I've eaten there a few times now, but we went and had a fabulous meal. What did you have? Do you remember, Finn?
I moved here to
Yeah.
I think.
Finn's moved to not eating in front of.
I had I had salmon.
So we had bannock to start.
Yeah,
right?
I had the grilled salmon on a bed of Indigenous rice, of whole grain rice, which we have. Yes, we do. And I had that. That was seasoned beautifully with butter and native herbs. And then I slammed a lot of bannock too.
Yeah, and I had bison for sure, 100% for sure. This is from Winnipeg. For my vegan and vegetarian friends, you would love this. That is from the one main Indigenous restaurant in Winnipeg, but that is native rice. Did you make it on a tour one day?
Mm-hmm.
I think you did. I think we just talked about it. You did. So I love it. Oh, it is honestly, Chloe. I mean, it's nice, thick, and this is actually Indigenous to Turtle Island, right? This is from here. So, I mean, it's a fabulous thing. If you eat it raw, it's super crunchy, as you can imagine. But even when it's steamed, it doesn't get as soft as white rice.
Patrick T, the science guy.
Patrick T, the science guy, that's right. So yeah, Feast Cafe and Bistro in Winnipeg. I cannot recommend it enough. I took a group of 45 there, and we had bison tacos. Fabulous. But yeah, so these are all wild rice. Yeah, Jolene, you would get it actually for sure in Wisconsin because it grows around the lakes in your lake country. So Wisconsin, you should find it. Yeah, so we get very little of it in Alberta because we're so dry. Sorry, I feel as though I need to in Minnesota, is that Jolene? Yeah, it's all along the Great Lakes and it's all along Lake Manitoba.
Dad's eating the pancake.
Excuse me, I'm eating a pancake. It's really a good pancake. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Isn't it fun having these morning get-togethers? And I know it's not morning for all of you, so thank you for making time out of your day to come and hang out with us. We are thrilled to have you here. Thank you very much for the tips and contributions. I'll be totally transparent about this process, about how the money works, where it comes and goes. Who knows? I mean, I feel very honored that we have something like 1,700 members on here. But of course, it's one thing to get people to subscribe. It's another thing to get people to actually participate, right? And so, we could always, I think one of the things we learned about the collapse of Hago is there were a lot of people ostensibly on the site, but they weren't actually there. That's my horse. Do you know, Polo wasn't always an expensive brand. Mm-hmm. And when I was younger than Finn, I mean, much younger, probably 12, you think about evening dinner, Jeff. My mom used to buy these Polo things, and I would, even more than my brother, I'd put a piece of tape over it because I felt I shouldn't be, advertising for someone else. Are you going for brunch today? Oh, you did a homemade buttermilk pancakes.
Yeah, Dad used to have two Polo shirts. The other one somehow ended up in my closet. Last time we went golfing, and it's
still in Finn's
might have stayed there.
Sandra, good morning to you in Australia. We've got Australians on board. Sandra, who I met a couple of weeks ago. Hi there, Sandra. We are still live. I'm hoping to be live right through the whole day, or alive. But it's always a goal. You wake up in the morning, and you're like, oh yeah, yep. But it's 1 a.m. Sandra. Do you know when Finn's down there in Australia, I always Google the time. In fact, my phone prompts me time in Brisbane, time in Tasmania. Instead of a fun one. So yes, just a really quick recap. Thank you so much for joining us here. It is now 10 degrees Celsius, so it's cooking hot. Thanks, Harriet. And so I will be off. I'll try and put something up the next couple of days, but it's meant to rain. So I don't know if there's a space to put up anything terribly interesting the next couple of days, but I might just for kicks try, because I tried in Winnipeg that one day. I YouTube live very randomly. So if you see us come on, thanks, Joan. It's, it's not really a tour per se, but it's a chance for us all to keep building our community together. So it's nice. In terms of other guides, by the way, I don't know if everyone's on the South American Facebook page, but it was neat. Voyager had just been down for a trip and caught up with Raynan, Elizabeth, Fabian, Vanessa, what a fabulous trip. Isn't it wonderful to have all these connections? So thank you for hanging out with all of us.
Thank you very much.
Now, when we end the stream, I think on this, maybe the chat stays up. I'm not sure. But when we end the stream, it just cuts right off. So I just want to take this opportunity to tell you all about Finn's special friend.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you all about exactly where they live and what their name is.
Whoa, come on.